Well, good morning. Welcome back to more Dragon Warrior Monsters. I had to give myself a little bit of a refresher because I didn't remember what the heck we were doing. It's been weeks since I last recorded anything. I've got a couple of sirloins. That's right. Okay, yeah. We have, at this point, recruited everything in the game that needs recruiting. I think we finished the Metal Man's dungeon. We just finished the Starry Night tournament. Or not the Starry Night tournament. We finished the highest class in the regular tournament. So all that's left is to do the last two dungeons and then compete in the Starry Night. I don't actually know if we need to do the last two dungeons in order to compete in the Starry Night, but I'm gonna go through them anyway because I want some more levels. So the problem with Metal Kings is they level up very slowly. But we did get to level 10. Each of those levels, even though they level very slowly, are very impactful. So these guys are doing pretty solid at this point. They do require a lot to level up further, but we're doing pretty solid. We've got everything in the bank that we currently will need for the rest of the game. I don't know if we'll get to these guys' final form, but I do need to get some experience on the dudes in the bank in order to actually make some gold golems so I can make these guys final form. So, need to get some experience anyway. So with that in mind, might as well go through Judgment, the final gate that we were supposed to do before we did the last tournament, and see if we can get just a little bit more experience on these guys, and also the people in the bank. Well, an errant, I don't even know what attack. It wasn't a critical. It must have been one of the attacks that has a really low chance of hitting but does a shit ton of damage. Anyway, it did 150 damage in one hit from a hammerman. Actually, I can check and look because I recruited one on a whim, and see what that skill was that they used. It must have been Evil Slash. Yeah, really low odds of actually hitting, but if it does a ton of damage. And yeah, they did 150 damage in one hit, so it just one-shot my dude. So that was unfortunate. So I had to use a Warp Wing to come back, but figured while I'm here, I grabbed a couple of just random dudes while I was there, because why not? Figured while I was here, I should check and see on these guys that needed more levels, who are all now at a level that I can actually use them. So that will actually work pretty well. So what I want to do is I need to make the remaining Icemen and Lava Men, and I need to make sure I get the correct genders. So, there's my Iceman. I've got one Iceman. Okay, so I need a male Lava Man, a female, and a male and female Iceman. Okay, we can do that. Since we got kicked back anyway, might as well just do the breeding we need to do. So, let's go do that. Alright, in order to do this breeding, what we do is we use our Metal Drax with... Where the heck are they? Oh yeah, we've got our Sword Dragons and our Gate Guard. So these are the things that we need to actually breed with. We've already got the correct genders for them. So this should make a okay, Mad Mirror is not what it's supposed to be making. Oh, that's right. Arc Demon is a Gate Guard plus a zombie. I'm not breeding the Metal Drax yet. Duh. Okay. My bad. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay. So we do Gate Guard with not them. Any of my zombies that are of the correct gender, which I have several. Whipbird is surprisingly, Night Whip is surprisingly a zombie, so that works. And that will make an Arc Demon. Yes, that is what we needed. Sorry, I was skipping ahead a step. There are so many steps that we have to make these stupid gold golems. Then again, gold golems are, like, honestly endgame monsters. They're really good to just have in your party as an endgame monster. They're very strong. And for us, they are but a simple stepping stone. No, we won't hatch it because we need to do very specific things with it. Likewise, let's go ahead and take our Sword Dragon. And we also need to breed that with a zombie. That makes a Poison Gun. That's not what we're doing. No, we're not breeding it with a zombie, my bad. We're breeding it with material. Oh, okay. I'm losing my mind. Okay. Yes, so we need... No, sorry. I had it the other way around. We need to breed a zombie with the Sword Gun. Huh, I'm glad I have notes. I always forget that the Skullgon is not a dragon. It's a zombie. It's just wild to me. Okay. There we go. This should get what we're looking for. Skullgun plus 5. Yes, that's what we're going for. Alright, so we'll go ahead and make that, and then we need to make another one. There we go. Get a nice little skull baby. No, we're not gonna hatch it just yet. And then we'll do that one more time. We'll use a Mudron for it this time because I think that's the only other zombie I have. No, we're not breeding the Lava Man. And then, yes, the Skull Dragon, or Sword Dragon, I should say. Have to use very specific monsters for all of this. A Gate Guard, by the way, is made only by breeding 2 Demonites together. And a Swordgon is made by breeding any dragon with any material, so that one's pretty easy, it's just a generic. Then Skullgon is specifically a zombie plus a Swordgon, any zombie plus a Swordgon, and then Arc Demon is specifically a Gate Guard plus any zombie. We have to be very specific in all of this. And then we need these guys specifically then bred with Metal Drax to then make Icemen and Lava Men, which we can then breed together to make a Gold Golem. It's a very long and winding chain, but it's going to make some very strong monsters along the way. I don't remember the genders I need to make, so I'm going to do that real quick, hatch these guys, and jump back in the dungeon. Okay, did some breeding, did some reorganization. Forgot that the Metal Man also wants to breed. He wanted to breed his Metally with something. I had stolen a Metally from a Monster Master a little while ago, so now I have a Metable in the bank as well. And that brings me to... What the heck, controller? That was 10 worth of damage in a step I did not tell you to do. Wait, did I get a Warp Staff? We're using that. I know there's meat on the floor, I don't care. Anyway. Required 30 damage to get through this place, jeez. Oh, I guess required 20 and then an extra 10 from misstep. Hate those kind of floors. Anyway, I did also check the library. I need to get to 100 monsters in order to unlock the library Traveler's Gate, which, to be fair, is pretty low level compared to where I am now. But it would be something new. I should be at 97 monsters now, that I've been recruited with that addition of the metal weight. I don't keep meaning to put him on mixed, I keep forgetting he's not on there. Anyway, I'll keep working through here. I should actually have healed these guys up before the battle while they... Yeah, that slash that they do there, that's that evil slash. What is going on with my controller? Alright, I'm gonna figure some things out. And keep working through this dungeon. And while working through this dungeon, we have a Metal Master, or a master, and he has an Iceman. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna throw one sirloin, see what my guys do. Hopefully they don't kill the Iceman right off the bat. We're gonna use Bolt. And there goes the Iceman. Okay. I've already had a Shadow, so I'd really prefer to maybe get the Fireweed, which I think is just the plant and dragon generic. Well, I guess I'm getting the Fireweed. Sure, why not? Okay. We've got Fireweed. Sure. No. Okay, would have liked that Iceman, would have saved me a little bit of work, but oh well. The only way I was gonna be able to get him is if I got 2 sirloins in, so I just had to bank on my dudes not killing him right away, but they did. At this low level, it's not surprising that they did, but oh well. You know, I might actually have to just start using some commands to alleviate some damage here. I just got crit again. What is going on? Okay, maybe I need to actually grind a little bit in a different dungeon, because this is getting absolutely ridiculous. And of course I wanted to fight it because I figured it might be a mimic, but oh my god. This is just ridiculous. I want to fight the mimics because they give me... Can I not escape from this thing? I have an insane amount of speed. I might actually have to just... Well, unfortunately, when they just throw random crits and do 200 damage, it doesn't really matter what my defense is. That's the problem, because that's how you take out metal enemies in the actual, like, the original the main series Dragon Quest games, is you try and get critical hits on them, because then you can bypass their defense. This is getting real annoying real fast. And I guess for the record, this will not be as much of a problem as soon as I go up a few more levels and get, like, Blaze Air, for example, or not Blaze Air, as soon as my air attacks level up again, which just requires going up a few more levels, this really won't be a problem anymore. The main issue is that these guys take so much experience to level up. And I'd like to have something to show for this recording that has been going on for almost an hour, and I still haven't been able to complete this place because I keep getting randomly killed in the middle of it. These guys will also, once they get high enough level, learn Vivify, and then I'll be able to actually revive them if one of them goes down, which will be very helpful. Everything's just predicated on getting more levels, which is slow going, but this is also one of the best places I can be grinding at the moment, because the enemies here do give a lot of experience. The best place to grind in the game is actually post-game, where you have the Slime Family dungeon. And that's the best place to grind in the game because you can find Metables, Metalies, and Metal Kings once you get far enough down into it. And you can get a ton of experience there. But, oh well. We'll keep working our way through. At least the tree boys aren't that dangerous. They're just kind of annoying because they heal. Well, everyone just leveled up and learned Massacre. I'm not happy about that. Spot was the only person who has enough skills on him right now that I could get rid of Massacre. I really don't want Massacre. That is as good of chances of killing one of my guys as it is of killing theirs, so hopefully they just will not use that move until I can get rid of it. Also, in this entire hour of recording, we have gone up 2 levels. That's how much experience these guys require to level up. But it's worth it. They're very, very strong. Okay, we've got another Monster Master who... I mean, I have a giant moth, but I haven't recruited any of the rest of these, so I guess I'll throw a sirloin. Maybe I should have told them to just kill the giant moth first. Although if they use Blaze Air, it won't hurt the... Yeah, it won't hurt the Phoenix, so at least there's that. And there goes the giant moth. Okay, that's perfect. I'd be happy to take either of these, because I have not had one before, and that will just give me more stuff I haven't had yet. In fact, I've got nothing better to spend sirloin on, so I might as well. I'll save the other 2 sirloin in case I run into another Iceman or Lava Man, but we'll go ahead and take Phoenix. And no, we won't take him with, though. I think that brings us up to 96 different types of monsters now. So that's pretty cool. We just need, I think, 4 more in order to unlock yet another dungeon. Ooh, and seeds! We love these. I have been stockpiling them throughout the entire game. I have not used a single one yet. I will as soon as these guys are in their final form. Which, just for a little bit of clarity, I want to get these guys to, I think, level 35-ish before turning them into something, or turning them into their next form. They can learn a really good skill at that level, although I'm not sure they'll have all the prerequisites for it. So we'll have to see. Normally it's a skill that gets combined, but according to their stat sheet, they supposedly just learn the skill at 35, so I'm not sure if that means that at level 35, if they have all the prerequisites, they'll get it, or if they'll just straight up learn it. And by prereqs, I mean all the other skills necessary to combine into it. So, I don't know. But I'll get them to level 35 anyway, just to see what happens. Okay, we've got a warrior monster master this time. These guys won't heal you, but they will give you some items after you beat them. And we've not recruited any of these guys yet, so sirloins it is, I suppose. I know I said I'd save the sirloins in case I run into either of the 2 things I actually need, but like, whatever at this point. Although, who knows how long if these guys will actually survive to get another sirloin in. Oh wow, the land owl actually did. Alright, well I will still use the other sirloin. This means I'll have really good odds of actually getting the land owl. Again, I don't think I'll ever use any of these things, but I'll take them. Alright, yeah, what monster do I want to get rid of? Probably Tree Boy. Actually, let's look at some things. So this is a plant. I'm never going to use him. Sure, let's get rid of him. And we'll have Lowl. Lowl. Sure. Why not? No, we're not going to take him. That puts us up to 97 monsters, though. So that's cool. Now let's see what we get. Usually he just gives you a warp wing. Sometimes they'll give you more. Cool, we got a smart book. Okay. I'm not going to use the books, but the books are very helpful to just sell for money. Also, finding those guys is always worth it for the experience, because they tend to give you a pretty good amount of experience. Although I didn't actually look at how much experience that one gave me, but you know. Sometimes they can have metal enemies too, which is a really good way of getting experience, because those metal enemies won't run away. But, oh well. Let's see what else we can do. Okay, we're in the final floor, and it looks like this. So, this is why we have some warp staves. I'm gonna explore a little bit. I really don't think I would really like to be fighting the boss here at a higher level than this. But I don't think I'm gonna get 15,000 experience before going to fight this boss. Unless I find a couple of mimics, which give me 2,000 apiece. But I will go ahead and explore. I can always use a warp staff to get back to that point. And these guys do give some good experience, so maybe I can get another level in before fighting the boss. I just also have to weigh in how much MP I want to burn through before that too. But we'll see. We'll see. We're starting to not run into as many enemies that can actually KO us outside of an errant crit, and enemies are not doing as much damage anymore with every level. We get like over 10 more defense, so we're doing good, but not as good as I'd kind of hoped to be before coming here. Alright, I'm not confident that I'm gonna get any. I've explored this entire floor. There is no monster masters or anyone to find. We do have an Acubar up here, so that's cool. Let's go ahead and top off our HP real quick. We don't go into fights with a lot of HP, but we make up for it in defense. Let's see what we can do. No. I fight a lot of monsters, but they all come to fight me, and I am a monster friend. Alright. So, let's see what we can do against the Acubar. We do have Sandstorm Stop Spell. I think Stop Spell is actually pretty useful here, so let's go with a mixed. Sandstorm, Paralyze. We'll also go with a mix, see if we can increase our defense, perhaps. Surround, Sandstorm, increase. Yeah. We'll start off with a series of mix. We'll get sand in his eyes. We're just getting sand in his eyes. Fantastic. Alright, there we go. Get our defense up. Apparently, trying to do anything else is not terribly useful. Everyone's in sync, so at least there's that. Okay. I was wondering if... Okay, you know what? Do you want to try using a stop spell, perhaps? And would you like to try using Paralyze? I don't know if it'll work. It probably won't. And would you like to try using a Surround? How about that? It did not work, but we do get Surround on him, so decrease his chance, and we weren't able to stop his spells. Okay, this is fine. We've got sand in his eyes, and we've got a Surround on him. We've also got our defense way up. I think at this point we start wailing on him. Okay, that Bolt does not do much. Ice Air does a little bit. Yeah, he can't do much damage to us if he hits us, but we can't do much damage to him. I'm assuming he must be immune to fire, because otherwise I don't see any reason for them to keep using bolts over and over. In fact, I'd kind of rather they just punch him at this point. I think it would do more damage if they just punched him. No, he's not immune to fire, but he does resist it. He also seems to resist lightning, though. So, here's a thought. What if you just punch him, and you try Paralyze, and you try Nap Attack? Well, okay, so that is one problem with trying to punch him. He can dodge. But we can also put him to sleep. So that's neat. Keep trying that spot. Hopefully. No, he's gonna go back to Ice Air. Whatever. I mean, eventually I'll run out of MP. And then my guys will be forced to just punch him. He doesn't seem to really do much other than try and punch me, and with my defense he can't do anything. I really wish I was doing more damage. That would be nice. But I don't have high enough level skills for that. So I guess it's time to fast forward? Alright, there we go. That took a while, but we got there. Still no level up. Oh, you know, I don't think you could have recruited this guy if you'd thrown meat at him, but I guess I could have done that. I probably should have tried, at the very least. Oh well. We beat Akubar, it's not your fault, don't worry. If anybody complains, I'll throw him in the dungeon. Thanks, King. Alright, cool. Well, we made it through that place. There is another dungeon for me to go through. I didn't anticipate it for it to take an hour and 40 minutes for me to get through that one. It's very clear to me that I need to do a lot of off-screen grinding for these guys. But there is now a new now that I've completed this dungeon, I could just go into the even slightly stronger dungeon to theoretically be getting even more experience. So I'll fiddle with it, see where I can get the most bang for my buck. Once these guys have evolved skills, leveling them up is going to be a lot easier. But let's see if our new friends are strong enough. They are! We've got Ark the Lad and our 2 Skullgons. So that's perfect. I think we're ready to go ahead and make what we need to do. So, to do this, we need our... Yeah, we start with our male... Rain dying. Our male metal drac into our female Archdemon, and that will make a Lava Man. Yes. So we'll go ahead and get the Lava Man. If I'm gonna have to do a big training arc anyway, I might as well get get things leveled up that I need to get leveled up. There we go. So this will get the last Lava Man we need, and we will not hatch it yet. And then we'll go ahead and breed our next Metal Drac into our first Skullgon to make an Iceman. And we won't hatch this one right away either, because we're going to need to make sure we have the correct genders for everything. I want to breed these new guys into the ones I stole from the Monster Masters. Because I think that will result in the strongest monsters that I could get. So we'll do our last Metal Drac into our last Skullgon. Get another Iceman +6. And then I'll off-screen go ahead, check genders, get people hatched, and do a bunch of grinding, because I very clearly need to. If we had twin hits in that last fight, it would have gone a lot better. And if we had revive, heal us, stronger attack skills, going through the dungeon itself would have been a lot better. So I definitely want to get there. Eventually, like, before I breed these guys, I want to get them to level 35. I don't think they're going to need to be level 35 to finish the dungeon, or even the Starry Night tournament, mind you. But I do want to get them there before bringing them to their final form. But anyway, not as productive as an episode, as a session as I had hoped for, but hopefully you guys enjoyed anyway. This is the first session I've recorded since reducing my upload schedule, so hopefully people are fine with that. And I will see you guys in the next session of Dragon Warrior Monsters with only slimes. I'll see you guys there.